and a mouse came and demanded that the elephant come out. And the elephant asked why. And the mouse said, "You come out and then I will tell you." When the elephant came out, the mouse said, "I just wanted to see if you were wearing my bathing suit." The pride and humility in the gospel that we heard. Doug Campbell, welcome. Let us know what you're doing.
Thanks, Father. Thanks. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Well, I'll disclose right up front. I came here from Haiti a couple of days ago, and one of the things about being a missionary a long time there is you have certain problems with illnesses. I had dengue fever, I've had malaria a couple of times, and going back and forth between the two climates, I seem to have got myself something where I just want to lie down and go to bed. So the good news is I probably won't be up here very long. And I'm not from these parts. I'm from a western city in Massachusetts called Springfield, Massachusetts. It's where basketball was invented. It's I lived in a tough Irish Catholic neighborhood with a lot of blue-collar people, a lot of cops and firemen and construction workers. And I wasn't Catholic. It was a very Catholic neighborhood. I was Presbyterian, being Scottish, and I would get beat up all the time and picked on. And is anybody here from Springfield, Mass? Thank God. Father, the collection's safe. You don't have to worry about the collection now. It's gonna be all right. I was 21 years old when I started working in the missions. And kind of like today's gospel, I had this overinflated sense of my own ability. I thought I was coming to the Diocese of Gonaïves, Haiti, where I met with the bishop when I got there. And I started boasting to him all the things I could do for him in his diocese. I can work in the schools, and I can work in the hospital, and I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. And he's patiently listening to me. And when I'm done bragging, he gives me this little book about this big, and he hands it to me. He says, "I want you to study this book. It's how to speak the language of Creole, how to speak the Haitian language." And he sent me to go live in a little tiny mud hut in a fishing village called Rabateau. And it was one of the poorest little villages, not far from where his headquarters is. It was a couple miles away, and the women, the people live there, and they live this bare bones lives, and they have these old, rickety boats that they go out there and they try to catch fish with. And so anyway, I'm there about 10 days, and I get malaria, and I really get it bad. It took me a couple of days to recover from malaria, and I start to feel better, and I'm looking around, and then I get something called dengue fever. And the dengue fever is worse than the malaria. It's worse than the malaria. They call it breakbone fever. It feels like your bones are being crushed in a vice. I'm lying in my bed with this breakbone fever, and I said to myself, "You got to be out of your mind. You got to get the heck out of here." So I stand up and I said, I can't stay here any longer. So I get up and I steal this guy's bicycle, and I make my way to the bishop's house, and I throw myself at his mercy. I say, "Listen, Bishop, I think I made a big mistake coming here as a missionary. I've had dengue fever, I've had malaria." I goes, I don't think I should stay here any longer." And he's looking at me and he goes, "Well, I sent you there to practice the language. How's that coming?" And I haven't even opened the book yet. So I go, "It's coming great, it's coming great. I've been working on it real hard. He goes, "Well, maybe you've been there long enough. Here's what we're gonna do. This Sunday, I'm going to come out in the chapel in Rabateau, and there's going to be a mass there. And at the end of mass, you're going to stand up and you're going to give a little talk about who you are, and you're going to give it in Creole, and just introduce yourself to the people and show me that you can at least communicate in the language." I said, "Bishop, piece of cake, no problem." So I get on my bicycle and I run back there, and he goes, "If you do that, you can live in my house with me and work in the hospital." I said, I'll see you Sunday." I rush back to my hut, and I grab the book that I haven't even opened yet, and I'm going through it. I'm thinking, okay, I got to talk, so to show him. So I said, I got it. I'll give a talk on sinning, because these people in Rabateau, they really were sinful. I mean, one group of fishermen was at war with another group, and they were lying and cheating and stealing, all that stuff. So I was basically giving the talk that I heard as a kid, like look at, you sin, I sin, everybody sins, we can't help it. But if we work together and go to confession and get God's grace, we'll stop this sinful behavior and the village will get better. That was basically my talk, So it's my turn to get up there, and the bishop's in the back of the church, and I got my notes there. And I get up, and I'm a little nervous, and they go, "Now in Haiti, the word for sinning is pécher, okay? There's another word that sounds a lot like it's the word for fishing. It's peshe. I'm in a fishing village, and I mix the words up. And I say, my friends, you fish, I fish, everybody fishes. And I wanted to say sins. I said, look, the biggest problem this village has right now is you fish too much. I said, you're running around fishing like crazy and you think things are gonna get better. You gotta stop the fishing. Jesus never fished, he died for our fish. The bishop said like this, I don't even know what I'm doing wrong. So I panic and I go, look, I know it's hard to stop fishing. Look, we need help. Bring your fish to the bishop in confession. Bring your fish to the bishop in confession. He'll take them from you and your life will get better. So they do. They line up with their fish in their hands and going in. It was a horrible, horrible thing. It was a horrible thing. People still kid me when about that incident. They say, yeah, how'd you do with the people in Rabato as a missionary? You did pretty good there, huh? Yeah? People don't even think about fish. They don't eat fish. They have terrible guilt feelings about fish. They don't go to the road, but they sin like crazy now because of your talk. Anyway. I've been spending a lot of time on the phone the last 8 hours trying to help the Archbishop of Port-au-Prince find and negotiate a release of one of the priests that was kidnapped yesterday. That's how bad things have gotten in Haiti. It's been reduced that they're now kidnapping nuns and priests. I work in the slums of Port-au-Prince with an oblate priest from Philadelphia, and we run a school system for 5,000 children. Children who are born into a world where you and I would not be caught dead. They live in little tiny boxes made out of cardboard and plastic bags. There's no running water. There's no sewage. No toilets. They're hungry all the time. They never get enough to eat. They have no idea what it means to have a save room for an ice cream sundae or something like that. They've never bounced a new ball or laced up a new pair of sneakers or gone out on trick-or-treat and Halloween or any of that stuff. Our classrooms are filled with bullet holes and shrapnel. Teachers and children are traumatized. Intensive gang violence. Where more people have been killed in Haiti in the last 16 months than have been killed in the Ukraine. There's an area, we give the children one large meal every day, a hot meal of rice and beans and some fish sauce. It's the only food these children have. And on the weekends when we're not open, the mothers are frantic to find something to put in their belly. So you see these mothers with plastic buckets, and they go out into an area called Fort Demanche, which is it's an old prison that was shut down in these cement courtyards in the prison. They take this mud. They take this mud that has a lot of iron in it, and they mix it with sugar and salt. They make little tiny pancakes out of it like this, and they put it on the concrete to dry, and they put oil on that. And when the children are crying from hunger, they give that to fill their bellies. What I'm describing to you in my own feeble way is what I like to call the cry of the poor. And what I've learned over the years is what it really is the cry of our Lord Jesus. And he is crying out to us. He's crying out to you and to me and to Father Mike, and he's saying, I need you. I need you. I need you. Not tomorrow, not when everything's all set and you graduate and you retire. I need you right now. And so what I'm trying to say to you today in my disjointed way is I'm going to talk about the Catholic missions. And indeed, It's important to know what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. It's important to know what it means to be Catholic, what it really means. Everybody sitting in this church this morning has a mission. It was given to you by God when you were sent here into the world. If you're anything like me at all, I wasted a lot of years pretending that I kind of fell out of the sky and I landed in Massachusetts and now I can go around and entertain myself. And I forgot that I was sent into the world by God to fulfill God-given tasks. And I wasted a lot of time trying to be somebody I was never meant to be. And I wasted a lot of time using my life in a way that was not in harmony with my vocation. You see, the only way we're going to be any meaning and any peace in our life is that until we realize that we're all called to replicate Jesus in our own unique way. And whatever gifts and graces and talents have been given to us are not meant for ourselves alone. They're meant for other people. We do not exist for ourselves, but indeed we exist for one another, and we need one another. And that's the mystery of the Eucharist. And so, I got to tell you that I love being Catholic. I'm a convert. I love being Catholic because I belong to a church that's remarkable for its tenderness and its mercy. The thing that attracted me about being Catholic was this concept of infinite mercy. Infinite mercy. The thing that attracted me about being Catholic is that it wasn't really just an event on Sunday to go, but it was a way of life. It says that we don't believe in killing the unborn, that we believe there's always a plate at the table to help somebody if someone shows up and they're in need. It's a way of life that says that we exist to help others and especially to focus on the poor. It's a way of life that says that I should love my enemies. Love my enemies. Imagine that. It's a beautiful way of life. And this world needs Catholics to live the mission that they've been given. And there's no one else that can live the mission that you've been given. Only you can do it. So if we're going to help Haiti today, it's going to come from all of us taking our place and our role and be the people that God created us to be, with the courage to live our mission and not try to be somebody else. So I need your help today. There's envelopes in the back that you can put in the basket to help us out. You can take it back next week. And they're kind of small envelopes. It's hard to get your gold bars in there, but if you can, we'll take them. But anyway, it's enough out of me. I just wanted to thank you for listening to me, and please pray for our work in Haiti. Okay, God bless.